Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. We are the Wrestling for Life Network, and we are ready to go tonight. NXT, a big night, a stacked night ahead. Eazy-E's in the house, Xbox in the house, or whatever name you want to call them. Plus, we got so much going on. The Iron Survivors, Last Chance, and so much more. We're going to dive into all of it. It's going to be a fun one, so get in that chat. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we bring you NXT tonight. It's going to be a good one as we dive into a packed show, a fun show, we hope. It's going to be a good one. As I said, I hope everyone out there is doing well, happy, healthy, and safe. But get in that chat, click all the buttons. Do not forget the little reaction buttons on the side. They help the algorithm, and they'll continue this channel cooking along. But for the next couple hours, you guys are going to be locked in with Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, we got the go home show for Deadline tonight and everything, and it's going to be very interesting. I know you mentioned the Last Chance qualifiers matches and everything. There's the potential that Axiom and Nathan Frazier are going to have to both do double duty on Deadline.
It'll be very interesting. I know we're going to find out with a battle royal. We get a battle royal tonight, a battle royal tomorrow, but there will be a battle royal tonight for a number one contender. So that will be added into the mix of who will be their number one contender and will they be at 100% either before, during, or after the Iron Survivor if they both get in. We already know one of them is going to be in there, so we'll see what happens tonight with this Last Chance, even though guys like Eddie have made a real big claim to get in there as well. So who knows? Plus, the big news of the night, Nick, Eric Bischoff in the house. Eazy-E. We don't know why. We don't know what he's up to. We don't know what this is about. Xbox decided to join along. Don't know why. Don't know what he's up to. But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm less certain about what Xbox is going to do and everything like that. Or should we say Sean Waltman 6, whatever, 123 Kid, whatever name he wants to go by. But yeah, Bischoff, I think, well, they very clearly have tied it into the Trick and Ridge Holland feud and everything like that. So it's going to be interesting of, does he make a stipulation? Is he taking over as GM because Ava took the bump, heard around the world with Eddie Thorpe of maybe we see Daddy Dwayne got to whoop some ass and take some names.
You never know. You never know.
Right, but I think Bischoff's clearly going to be tied into that match, and in what capacity, I don't know. X-Pac, I have no clue what he's going to be doing. Like, I almost think, does he end up somehow in the Iron Survivor match?
Or he's like the third man in the triple threat for the title.
Right.
Run.
They come together as a pair and everything, and then just come out new world order. Hey.
But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the show. And thank you for being here. We see that chat filling up. We're going to say hello momentarily as we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the show. We see that number climbing already. Let's get it up into triple digits. Be a friend, tell a friend. Help us get to that number. But, yeah, I mean, again, very interesting NXT tonight. And, again, the go-home show for Deadline. We will be here Saturday for Deadline as well. So a busy time on the channel. And a busy weekend ahead. We're looking forward to it. So make sure you get in there and let us know what's on your mind.
Right. Well, and I am, by the way, I'll say this quickly. I am actually really looking forward to Deadline. I don't know if I want to speak for you, but yeah, I'm excited for this. This got a good bit of buzz.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, the Iron Survivor matches have mixed reviews or people that like it or don't like it or whatever, but I think they're fun. There's something different. There's something out of the box. And again, I think if nothing else, I mean, Trick defending his title, the tag titles will be on the line. We'll see. I mean, a lot of intriguing stuff going on.
Right. Well, and I will say again, sorry to interrupt again, but could we see Penta, now that he's a free agent, possibly show up at Deadline? And because we've talked about everybody that comes in kind of does that NXT route.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I know some people similar to MCMG think the idea of Penta going to NXT is beneath him, but it's not. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, at any point, anybody can pop up anywhere. So will it be tonight? Will it be Friday? Will it be next Monday? Will it be next month? We don't know. I mean, that's kind of the crazy part about 2024 heading into 2025 is we don't know. We really don't know.
But Kevin,
okay,
go ahead.
But Kevin's in the house tonight. First one in the chat saying hello. Welcome back, Kevin. Hope you're doing well. 80 and AZ's here. Clay Lewis, welcome back. What's up? KJ and Big Nick. I'll be watching NXT tonight. Let's go. SEC Championship this weekend, Georgia and Texas. All right. See Money. Do you want to do this one? You already kind of swung it out.
Yeah. New world order for life. Dig it.
Wrestling for life.
There we go. It worked. There
we go. 420 Daydreamer, Wooba Luba Doob. What the fuck? What's up, everyone? I almost said it early. Everyone, long time no see. Welcome back, 420 Dreamer. How you doing? Eric, welcome back. What's up? Easy E's NXT debut, as well as Gigi returns to the ring as well. Yeah, Gigi will be returning. Nikita will take on Carmen as well. Lots going on. Denisha, what's up? Scott, how you doing? Denisha again. Daniel Burry, Sports Highlights. How you doing? MDB, the former champ. The Knee Pad Patrol still on the loose. C Money saying hello to people. Yo, what's up, TJ? 123 Kid. Fitting. Tuesday night is right for some wrestling. Well, 123 Kid's going to watch the 123 Kid tonight. So who knew?
Yeah.
Track, welcome back. Hey, yo. How's it going, Big Nick, KJ, and everyone? Hit the like button, subscribe, and share, please. These guys kick ass. Track, we love it. We appreciate it. Very sweet. But there you go. MDB, Damien back in the house. Can't wait to see the return of Gigi Dolan, I bet. Dun, dun, dun. Ken, welcome back. How you doing? Cherokee George. Eric Tate's with us. Kyle, how you doing, Kyle?
Hi, Kyle.
Ringsider Anthony back in the house as well. How you doing, Anthony? Heard we had a Wild Becky appearing at the Netflix event today. I did not know that.
Yeah, no, I hadn't seen anything going around about that. If I can say the words, my brain's going around about that.
All right. Shout out to sweet Tony Rings. Sticking
like a fucking fungus.
There you go. Trek, how you doing? MDB, we got you already. Feel like Triple H when he chased down Lillian Garcia for announcing he was former. Kyle saying, I think it's a little harder to predict who's going to win from the men's side of the Iron Survivor. So, yeah, I mean, that's an interesting one. We will be here on Thursday for our deadline predictions and preview. So make sure you tune in for that. We'll talk a little more about it, break it down. But either way, I think we're going to be a little bit perplexed on who. I mean, there's a lot of viable candidates on both sides of the ledger here.
Absolutely. Track, very welcome, guys. Anytime. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate it, Paul. What up? Ken Rock, great survive. What? Great Survivor Series Raw. What are we in store for tonight? Well, we talked about last night. We saw last night was a huge Monday Night Raw. So what does Triple H have up his sleeve for tonight?
Yeah, we're cooking. I mean, if last night was any indication, hopefully this continues. Hopefully tonight's a fun one heading into the pay-per-view this weekend. And again, a lot on the docket as it is.
Right. Spaz with a $10 super chat. Bollywood Saint Nick, honorary KJ Steen, and Tony Rings. I'm not going to call this man Bootios. I know it makes no sense, but I want heel Kofi Woods to show up tonight and on SmackDown on Friday and get big boos. Be you not welcome anywhere.
Yeah, I think they're going to hold out on that a little bit, Spaz. Not yet. But it will be very interesting when we return to Raw on Monday and to see where this situation goes.
Yeah, did you see Big E's girlfriend, Michin's sister, going straight at them, hard in the paint?
Mm-hmm. You know, make it real, make it feel.
I'm not cooking any vegan meals for your punk ass, Kobe.
Right? Not happy. Not happy.
Right. Anthony saying Raw was lit. I can't stop talking about it. Yeah, that's been the big discussion of everybody's, especially that New Day segment. Everybody's all in the feels today.
But yeah, and I mean, again, I think it actually, you know, we talked a lot about the New Day segment, but CM Punk, Seth, Sammy, Drew McIntyre returns. Like, there's so many different layers to this.
Absolutely. Like, I feel Drew's return almost got swept under the rug because of the New Day segment a little bit. I mean, I saw Drew have a post about it and, you know, don't trust what anybody says unless it comes from WWE or me, which interesting. I don't know what that's exactly tied to, but
right.
Yeah, Drew returned and everyone's sad about Big E, which justifiably, but yeah.
I'm not sad about it. I thought it was wicked.
It was great, but you feel for the man. Think about it. This man broke his neck and they said, yeah, so what?
Ciampa put out a post today saying, I broke my neck. Greg Helms put out a post saying, I broke my neck.
That's so good. I didn't see that. That man's perfect going here with that. That's so good.
A lot of a few people put it out today. I'm like, well, I broke my neck. I'm good.
Oh, that's so good. And especially because we're getting the tease of the heel chop. Oh, chef's kiss. Damian, WWE has extended the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther to a new 5-year contract.
Smart. There you go.
So, I've heard it was done / they might be wrapping it up essentially, but yeah, 100% makes perfect sense.
Fair enough.
But we are about 2 minutes away from NXT kicking off. I've got the ending of Young Sheldon. I don't know where you're at, sir.
In the ending of some UFC's Greatest Knockout.
See, why can't I get that? I mean, this is probably how you feel at times when I get stuff before like Raw or whatever, but yeah.
Right? Well, I get pro tag before Raw.
I'm going to be a pro tag athlete, Mom. I never grew up. Jose, what up? Yo, what's up, guys? Stoner Jesus, may the blunt be with you. I didn't do it right. Good evening, everyone. May the blunt be with you all. Absolutely.
And also with you, sir. Welcome. Early for you today. Good job.
He's not out there looking for Sam Squinch now. TJ, shout out Stoner Jesus. MDB, I get a game show called Person, Place, Thing before NXT.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. It sounds like it'd be something straight out of like the late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
Is this a person, place, or thing? That's all you have to do.
Right.
In Chicago's version of All You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. NXT now the only thing I will watch on CW after they can all the superhero and genre shows as of last night. Ooh, did not know. I was not a regular CW watcher until NXT went there.
Interesting. They were running a heavy rotation of those for a while.
Yeah, because I always heard about like Arrow over there and everything like that. I mean, the missus watched it for a while because of Supernatural, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I get Modern Family before NXT. Yes, folks, let us know right before we kick off. This should be any second now. Of what you get on your TV before NXT kicks off. Right.
Family Feud. There you go.
I went to getting the Steve Harvey show. Why am I blanking on that one? Is that Family Feud? Am I just all right? So I just sound stupid. Moving on.
I got Now.
I have then. You got ahead of me. I got Now.
Brown Cow.
Yeah, exactly. My words, exactly. Forever. And ladies and gentlemen, we are together.
So you're like a hiccup.
Okay.
You ran by me.
I still got the big logo fading away now.
There we go. We get a sky view. But folks, get in that chat. Let us know what's on your mind. We are rocking and rolling here tonight. It's going to be a fun one as we head towards Deadline and a whole bunch of other stuff. Back at it tomorrow for Dynamite Thursday for the Deadline preview. SmackDown's going to be hella interesting with everything that happened at Survivor Series. What comes next for the bunch? And then, of course, we redo it all over again next week.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can't wait for SmackDown because what do you do with Solo's bloodline now?
Right? I mean, they left that door very open, though.
Right. So Bischoff will be mediating the confrontation.
There you go. I mean, it went well when he mediated in AEW, so let's hold on tight and hope for the best.
Well, we can talk about some of the stuff now with him showing up on NXT and his thoughts and opinions recently with AEW. That commercial break, we can talk all about that. Ooh, Lola
or Out the Mud, one of the two. But I think it's cool.
That's the thing. I'm debating Out the Mud.
Yeah, Out the Mud.
Jada Parker,
how you doing? So we're starting off with the Iron Survivor for the women. So
even the cameraman came down with the vapors. He passed out and fell over with this woman coming out.
Right.
So, yes, folks, let us know who you're taking for the women's Iron Survivor Final Four-Way last chance match of whether it's Ren Sinclair, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, or Cora Jade. Who you got, sir? Who you got?
This one's tough.
Yeah, well, I got Ren.
It's not Ren. It's not Kalani. I'll go Parker.
Oh, I wanted to go Parker, and I don't want to go the same just to be difficult, so I guess I'll go Cora Jade. But yeah, I wanted to go Parker because I miss Parker. But yeah, did you see Dempsey shaved off the mustache and everything? Did you shave in the middle of November?
Right.
This man's truly a heel. Kayfabe 401, Jada makes me feel. Whoa, now. As Kalani Jordan coming out right now. Kyle's picking Cora. Wrestling Proud's got Jada. Gordon Dye, Kofi, and Xavier heel run could be interesting. I think absolutely, my guy.
100%, especially because it was unexpected. It would be a lot more interesting. Again, I thought Kofi as a solo heel would have been interesting and tough to pull off. Them as a unit, we'll see what they do.
Yeah, the Kofi heel turn to me is almost the most interesting part of it. Like, I at least thought, like, even if Biggie might have taken a bump or something like that, I thought Xavier would have been heel. Kofi turning heel was the what the fuck moment for me.
100%. And here comes Cora.
Now, it would be interesting with her, and I know I just picked her. What the fuck are those sunglasses? And they've got Cora written right across them. She's been shopping with Seth Rollins, and I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Cora in general.
Well, you've never been a big fan, but if she wins the Iron Survivor, her next challenger's Roxanne. So, be interesting if the tandem implodes. I do think her coming back in this kind of heel thing, all the purple bullshit and everything, and her with Roxanne has been kind of the best stuff she's at least done so far. I was never a fan of the paper mache skateboard, all that.
No, she came back with a new attitude, and it's been successful overall. We haven't seen her win much since her return, but she's been involved in some big things. So there's a good chance she wins here tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. As
we are ready.
Was what?
Off and running already. Double pin, but double 2 count.
2 count, 1 count if everybody's just rolling through each other right now.
50% of the chat taking Parker, 12 taking Kalani, 38 taking Cora, and 0 taking Ren. Or Ren.
Yeah, I feel like she's been all right. She's actually brought in a little something, I guess, to the no quarter catch crew. But yeah, she's out here to take a pin. She's like more toast in the Continental Classic.
Yeah, maybe. They love him, though. Oh, nice. I
Two
like
count. Everybody's just going for a pin as fast as they can, which is something you don't see often in most matches, especially fatal four ways or anything like that. It's normally shoot someone to the outside. So we basically have a singles match. As I say, that Cora dumped outside.
Right.
Oh, I thought that was about to go.
Showing off again. Drop kick to both of them.
No, 100%. That was one, and then the other fell. Because trust me, even the question mark in your voice, I could hear. I was like, "Yeah, you saw what I saw." They both fell, but you only kicked one.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure how we got there, but hey,
right. Spaz with a $5 super chat. I know it doesn't matter, but something about the PLEs getting WWE instead of NXT in the name, like WWE Deadline, seems off. Am I crazy? I didn't know it was called that. I thought it was NXT Deadline.
They put the WWE moniker on top of Deadline. It's one of the first ones they've done it with. They still kind of refer to it as NXT Deadline, but it does have the WWE logo above it the way NXT does. But that ties into the idea that it's that third, it's still a WWE product. It's NXT, Raw, SmackDown.
Right. Fair enough. But I mean, Jada's drop kick from Cora off the top on a Jada was holding Kalani. But it does tie into that whole, NXT's always, is it the third brand? Is it developmental? It's that tightrope dance.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they've been very clear over the last part of 2024 that it's up and coming. It's younger, definitely more vibrant, but they're definitely leaning on it being its own entity, its own brand, its own thing. So that's where a lot of people are expecting, oh, so and so's doing good, they're going to get pushed up. No, not necessarily.
Right. And Nita right in the corner from Cora. And this is something, though, that we've talked about, especially with NXT, that kayfabe brings up. Between the main roster and NXT, the women's division is in good shape. Oh, the double stacker.
There you go. Dropping that booty.
And then the LeBron James taunt right into the camera.
Got you tongue-tied.
I'm a little verklempt, my guy.
As ladies and gentlemen, we hit commercial break. Jada in control as we head to the first break of the night.
Absolutely, my guy. Okay, so then first commercial break. This is what I wanted to talk about. Have you seen the discourse discussion online about how very much already everybody doesn't like at times, or AEW fans don't like what Eric says about AEW? But now that he's showing up on NXT and everything like that he's a WWE employee, why are we asking him AEW questions? Like, he had an interview with Ariel Helwani, and everybody was losing their gourd about, why are you asking a WWE employee about AEW and all of their thoughts and opinions on it, and so on and so forth?
I mean, here's the thing. Is he an employee? Is he being paid for this appearance and this appearance alone? The thing is, at the end of the day, the diehards of the diehards are constantly looking for excuses or reasons. They tried to go after Jim Cornette, for a lot of other reasons outside of wrestling. They're trying to find ways. It doesn't matter who is paying Eric. A lot of what Eric says is true. Neither one of us are being paid by the WWE, and we say a lot of the same shit Eric says. I don't agree with 100% of what he says, but a lot of his assessment, and again, this is a guy where they try and discredit him for the fact of, like, didn't you blow up a company? Didn't your company fall apart? Yeah, that's why he knows. What you're doing is very much like what I did. What are you doing?
And that's it. On anything, he's probably the best person to be talking about it, because been there, done that, homie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I think it's people always trying to find a way to validate or minimize validate their feels and minimize the opinions of others. Does it change the fact? Doesn't matter who writes checks for Eric Bischoff at the end of the day. If he becomes a full-time employee of the WWE, he'll probably say less about AEW, but it doesn't change everything he said leading up to this moment. People can be mad all they want, but they're just making excuses for a company that is finding ways to struggle and fall apart, no matter who critiques them.
Well, and honestly, I was listening to Cornette, and it's funny that you mentioned him earlier as I was driving home today and everything. And I thought hell froze over for a half a second because I heard Jim Cornette agree with Effie and everything.
100%.
So that's the thing, is it's not just Eric saying this stuff. It's not even just Jim. It's other guys in the business. It's other guys in the industry. It's guys like us. It's a very well-known and talked about thing. So it seems very much more of just not being willing to take any sort of criticism and everything. Just stay in the echo chamber because it's safe here.
And that's what it is. We take heat for it. Others take heat for it. So now that Eric agreed to do a spot with people have already said it. Oh, Eric was just mad that Tony didn't offer him a job. Listen, he got an opportunity to be here. Does that change his 2 cents or his insight? No. So if it makes you feel better of like, see clearly, I mean, look at, someone just brought it up, MDB. Look at Dave LaGreca.
Well, I was going to say, and it's very much with his partner there on Busted Open of Bully, as my just froze, so I'm going to have to hit refresh.
All good.
Okay, but it's the same thing even with like Bully. Bully's, I believe, on a Legends contract and everything, so people say stuff like that. With the whole Eric didn't get a job that he wanted and everything. Listen, we're all in our regular day-to-day lives have applied to places and not gotten a job, or wanted to work somewhere and didn't get hired or whatever. If you want to make that case, I don't think it's the case, but if you want to go down that avenue, have you ever not started, stop shopping at a place because they didn't hire you or anything like that, or just, I'm not going to use this company, or I instantly hate them because they didn't give me a job? No, that doesn't happen in the real life. So why the fuck would it happen here?
Again, to an extent, but again, it doesn't change it. A lot of people will validate Eric's 2 cents. If Eric was out to complete lunch, if AEW's ticket sales were through the roof and the buildings were packed and merch was flying off the shelves and their TV ratings were through the roof and Eric was out there just bashing them, I'd question his 2 cents. But everything Eric has said, like Jim, like us, like others, now even, some, dudes in digital cars are jumping on the bandwagon. They have become, you can't deny the math. You can't deny the facts. They're right there. And again, you can piss and moan and love what you love. Good for you. Great. But the facts is, at the end of the day, it's going downhill and it needs to figure its life out.
Yeah, there is a problem. And by the way, I just want to clarify, I don't think Eric's actually like upset that he didn't get a job with
No, not at all.
Yeah, fair enough. No. But as we are back in action, Shada with Michinoku driver a little bit there on Ren.
Oh.
Sorry, if you're not there, then I can hiccup right after that. Pinfall broke out. We got broken up.
I got well, let me see now that you refreshed where I'm at.
Sorry, I froze.
Oh, good.
I messed it up.
I got Kalani going to the top.
Yep.
Big
frog splash.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Trust me. I thought it was going to be a rough 5 minutes there.
I actually stopped shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond after they fired me. Now they don't exist. I won. Listen, I'll be honest. There is a company out there right now that I refuse to do business with for laying me off once upon a time. So it happens.
Okay, so then I apologize. I guess my comment hit a little too close to home.
I buy all their competitors' shit, hoping for them to go to business.
So then you proved their point with Eric.
Right? But he was never there again. And if I was going online and saying such and such company is a piece of shit, this is why, and it was off base, yeah, then I'm vengeful, I'm spiteful. But everything Eric's saying is in fact. So what these people are doing is, let's ignore all the factual stuff and the numbers and the analytics and just focus on, well, you wanted to work there. That's a problem.
It's the biggest, as I've got Kalani going back up to the top rope. 450 on the core. Oh, Jada just slams Ren and says, nah, bitch.
Jada's going to win this. Kalani continues to impress me, man. I know she's a little vanilla outside
She's
of the
Lady
ring.
Ricochet.
Yeah, she might be.
Oh,
no,
Lola,
hey, wait a minute.
Just go to the spinning back fist and just made.
But she's not in the match.
Oh my god! What the fuck just happened in that sequence?
Lola showed up.
Lola popped up, hits the spinning back fist on Ren as Jada ducked it when she was dealing with Kalani and all of that because she saw it coming.
Backslid.
No,
Wait,
Ren won it. Ren got the pin because I'm saying that's what I was saying. She ate the spinning back fist and fell on Cora. So my pick took the pin. My pick flipped itself, strike that, reversed it. And so Ren won because she got knocked out by Lola, and then everybody fights off.
I have to point out 0% of the chat picked Ren for the dub. 0.
The ultimate underdog, Ren Sinclair, has Eddie Thorpe backstage right now getting interviewed. Oh, you put your hands on the NXT general manager. So Big Daddy Dwayne about to show up.
People thought Cora was getting pushed. Whoopsie.
Well, and I said that though, if she won the Iron Survivor, then she takes on Roxanne. That would cause some confliction of you trying to win a match to face me.
Yeah, I'm just shocked that I'm really surprised, Ren. I mean, I can't be the only one. As nice guy, Lexus King is here.
Babyface. You can't be a babyface with create a wrestler facial hair, my guy. I'm like anti C. Montgomery Burns instead of shave those sideburns, save them, right. Save that beard. And clearly 71 people, because including both of us, should all be apologizing and applauding Ren Sinclair because no one, and I do mean no one that I saw, picked her.
No. It's about the king.
He's a guy that looks like he had plastic surgery, but you know he didn't have plastic surgery.
Right.
That beard has to be spray painted on. Yes, as two bearded men, I can't make my shit do that.
Jada's pissed. She got a brick.
Listen, baby D, I'll put a cookie on the car. Eat the cookie. As we go to commercial of her just, I'm gonna whoop your ass with a brick.
Is Jada forcing a match now?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a fucking stencil. It's a stencil, his beard.
It's gotta be just air spray. It's like, exhibit if Pimp My Ride is Pimp My Beard.
It looks terrible.
But so as we're in another commercial break, what I was gonna say with the AEW fans' response to the negativity and everything like that, or at least I'll say criticism that they view negativity. It's the ultimate kind of narcissistic move to an extent of like, we're not going to address what you brought up. We're going to point out your flaws and everything to completely avoid and not talk about this topic anymore. So now you have to be on the back foot and respond to this. Meanwhile, we're not going to talk about what was brought up.
100%. And I mean, again, as an outsider, it very much seems like an American media move in a lot of ways, where no offense to y'all, but you guys do this thing where, I mean, even with your we won't talk about the policies. We'll just talk about what an asshole each side is.
Yes. Welcome to American politics. You're learning.
Like, it's funny to watch from the outside in, but that's what this is if we talk about the flaws of an Eric or the flaws, like you saw what happened to Jim. They tried to peg him on like some fucking bum jobber, tried to accuse him of things. So Jim's opinion doesn't matter because he might have been in the hot tub with some fucking Smoky Mountain, FCW talent and his wife. Like it's just twisted. His opinion's still relevant.
But that's the thing. Well, that's literally prime example of what I'm talking about. Of like, we're not going to talk about what was addressed, not the topic at hand. Instead, it's more character assassination or anything like that is what determines how credible your point is. It's not the validity of the point itself. They make it more the validity of the person saying it.
Yeah. And again, it's what will allow me to continue holding on to my beliefs, even if they're completely wrong. Like, as long as I get to continue, if I can justify why I feel the way I do without diving into those facts and those real feelings and the reality of how things really are, well, then I can keep feeling the way I'm feeling. So if I think the flips and tricks and the AEW is amazing, well, the ratings don't matter, and this doesn't matter, and this guy's opinion don't matter, and their opinion don't matter. We see it. I mean, again, anytime someone jumps on us and says, we give a valid opinion about something, generally the response is, yeah, but you're stupid, or you're dumb, or nice beard, losers. Like, it's never something valid on the way back.
Fair enough. Well, and speaking of beards, I saw you MDB, but Nick, you have a creator wrestler beard though. No, I have a creator baseball player beard because I've been playing MLB The Show everything and put my beard. But yes, all of that's just white noise and everything. To me, I like that we've here especially, and there's plenty of people I know you're here on Wednesdays more than I am significantly, every Wednesday. To where we still voice our opinions, go into everything, Logan for the positive, hope for it to be great and everything, but are still going to be honest. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic, all of that and everything. But if someone doesn't agree with our opinion, they at least entertain the conversation versus just la 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 la, I can't hear you, you're stupid, you look like Kevin Owens, la la la.
Yeah. And that seems to be a lot of the approach by some of the fans out there. Of just, like you said, the perfect analogy of just la 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 la, like, it's the old me, myself, and Irene of like, so you only hear what you want to hear. He's like, thanks, I like my hair short. You're like, wait, what? You're like, wait, what? Then that's what it is. Of what do you mean AEW is not the best? Well, it's struggling, blah blah blah. But like, come on now, just it's very close-minded and it doesn't change anybody. Eric Bischoff, I said, could sign with WWE, be full-time. Could you imagine if they talked Cornette into taking a Hall of Fame thing or hey, Cornette come back and manage somebody? Again, they'd eat him alive. Oh, see, we told you. Doesn't change the opinion being accurate.
That, again, it all boils down to, and if there's anyone, whether you're an AEW fan, a WWE fan, an in-between fan, what have you, to take away from this, they're breaking down the ring as Jada's still been in this whole time. Like I said, she's out there like Baby D in next Friday. Or MDB said she's like Craig with a brick of going after Debo.
Yeah, Debo.
But
why are they taking the ring apart?
I don't know.
Did she the
mediation? The mediation, I would assume, or something.
Did she say shit?
Get your ass out here.
Bitch, I ain't leaving.
As Ava, I love this though. This is so good. And she's become a babyface out of this now. Lola has somehow, I think, pivoted to the heel because Jada, everybody loves them some Jada.
Fired up.
Right? We're not going to have two matches in one night. You're about to have your tag team champs have a tag team, have two matches on your pay-per-view. But the biggest thing to take away from all of this, I'll say real quick. Absolutely. Pre-show is that the Lola coming out.
You might have to put a pause in your thoughts, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put a linchpin in it. Absolutely. I got Lola from the block taking on the brick.
Why are they taking the ring apart? Somebody help me understand.
That's what you're worried about? That's just background noise to me.
I'm like, what are they doing? Oh, shit.
I don't need it. Back elbow. Oh.
She gave her the brick. Yeah, you got a hiccup. So knocked her out with a back elbow like that.
Right? And just talking shit over the body.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Right. Damn, you got knocked the fuck out. You got Dion, Carmen, and Brindley backstage?
Yeah, it's been good.
That was a question, sir.
Sorry, what was the question?
Do you have them backstage with Brindley Reese, Carmen, and now I forgot his name because it's not on the lower third?
Yeah, I don't know him or care for him. Someone will remind us who it is. But we're back in this love triangle thing that I don't care about too much.
This feels very CW. I don't want to wait for this match to be over. Like, this is the Dawson right now in NXT.
So Carmen Flowers. No breakdance challenge. Let's go.
Yeah, so
I love this feud. Booty off.
And Dion Lennox, that's his name. It came to me like a dream in the night. Yeah.
What's up, Daniel? Been a while, Daniel. How you doing?
Right.
The book nerd.
We got the family.
The family. Luca, Brusafino, and Stacks. So are we doing the Battle Royal now?
I'm going to shoot. Why are you taking the ropes down to then do the Battle Royal? Now I'm even more confused. I'm right there with you now. You become an Italian. You're doing the hands. Why? Why? Fuck are we doing out here?
No idea what is. Oh no, the ropes are back up. What the fuck?
You're right. Fuck are we doing out here? We got the loose ropes for the women, but we have the tight ropes for the men. What are we doing?
All right, folks, get your guesses in. Anybody got a guess on the tag team battle royal that's about to take place?
Hank and Tank. Hank and Tank. Hank and Tank.
Out the mud, coming out of the mud.
Yeah. Wouldn't it have been interesting if you would have had them come out first and they're the ones that like kind of, all right, Jada, you've kind of done, you know, your whole thing, and then pivot into that and started off that way versus wasn't your manager, your compadre, your partner just out here?
Well, I mean, again, it's kind of like she doing her thing, they're doing their thing. We're friends.
They feel so separate. They don't feel like they're a group at all.
No. And I don't know if Out the Mud, as far as the gimmick goes, sticks long term, but we'll see. Randy, welcome back. Hank and Tank.
There we go. There we go.
That's a
matter for you.
Mr. Noob, how you doing?
But what are you chuckling at?
IMDb. Now I'm focused on these ropes. Look entirely too much. I don't know why they went down and back up.
I don't get it. Why you do that? Why you do that?
So Jada wanted like a fucking NXT Underground match with Lola, and Ava said no, we'll do it on Saturday. Is that what the plan was there? Like she had
did they announce that? I thought I was like, if that's the thing, then why were they going before the boss's orders? Like, did the like she's got to break, my guy. You got to do it. You got to take the match down. I'll hit you with the fucking brick if you don't.
Yeah, you'll get this brick. Take the ropes down right now. Here I go.
Do it. Listen to me. That was the plan. So I guess it was. Yeah. I missed that. I just was caught up in something else, but yeah.
Kareem Owens, welcome. Tommy, welcome.
What up? Hang and Tank might win, but I think Miles Bourne and his partner are dark horses. Are they really dark horses if you can't even name his partner?
I'm waiting to find out all the teams in it first.
Yeah.
I mean, the family's interesting. That'd be an interesting bet. Hank and Tank might be front runners. Cedric and
I can tell you're looking at the graphic.
Yeah,
I'm trying to just to try and pick out Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne is who we were talking about, which I've become a big fan of Tavion Heights when I saw him in Noah because he looked like he fits in more with like American Made and everything. Man's, you know, Olympic-ish level level wrestler and everything like that. And man, super athletic for his size and everything. He reminds me of like that Shelton, that Gable, that, you know, Charlie Haas vibe and everything.
Yeah, and he returned with an impact. So we haven't seen much of him since his return. We'll see what he does tonight. It'll be very interesting. I mean, could Out the Mud get some love? Two big guys. I don't know.
Gallus,
I think, is a sentimental favorite. Gallus, I mean, I always pick Gallus, but they don't do much.
Yeah, felt like they were going to be towards the top of NXT and almost move on and beyond. And then now they've just kind of wallpaper.
A little bit. Like supporting cast. They're there to put other guys over.
Put them in there with Drew, and we just get Gallus and Drew versus like Bloodline 2.0 or OG Bloodline, which is faction warfare. Everybody know.
I like the idea of Gallus helping out Drew McIntyre. They give him a nice little new flavor.
Yeah, they're all Scottish, so I mean, they all fit together.
Let's go.
KJ and Nick, I rewatched Dirty Dom match last night, and he was getting a pop during the match. So do you think they turn Dom Liv babyface sooner or later? No. Never.
No. I mean, never say never. I think he was getting kind of the ironic pop where if he could have beat Gunther, it would have shocked the world. So I think there was a collection, small collection. It wasn't huge. That were kind of like, let's Dom do this. But no. You need some really good heels to kind of pull them back into babyface territory. Who's healing off? I don't know.
Guy that you politely asked to leave at the party when he yells out, "Let's Dom do this."
Right. I am Puss in Boots. I have a match. We'll be back.
My name is Dominic Mysterio. Prepare to die. I entirely didn't even put the connection of you doing the Puss in Boots thing with Axiom. Don't mind me. I'm lost.
So Nathan pointing out he's got to do double duty on Saturday. Oh, me too. Oh, of course.
Why does Axiom feel like if you go to like Universal Studios or whatever, and you have someone that's behind a mask and is doing a performance, and there's a voiceover coming from speakers somewhere else in the park and everything, of like, I don't know if that's really you saying this shit or you're just like miming everything.
Josh Briggs and
Inamura? Who the fuck is that guy?
He was one of the signees. He was there a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he was on the show a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Superstar eliminated when they both. Yeah, we know how the battle royal works. Whichever team remaining and the number of the team that is left standing will be declared the winner. All right. Or member. So there you go.
Yeah, folks, don't let your member hit the floor. Pause.
So for those who don't know how a battle royal works, there you go.
You got to throw them over the top. If their feet hit the floor, down.
Big pop for Hank and Tank. Let's go.
They're the last ones in. They're the baby faces running house. What is it with the year? This is the year of underdog tag teams. The Outrunners and Hank and Tank are the top two tag teams, I feel, right now.
Not in their respective companies yet, anyway, though.
Yeah. But
and I feel like the Outrunners are going to fizzle out before they do anything important.
Well, that's just in their environment.
They also botched less than her too. I don't know. That's all right. And Nomura is here. So now people are thinking maybe Briggs wins. It's weird. They just kind of put them together. Anyone know why they're together? I got Briggs and Guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, anyone super excited for Inamura? I don't.
Yeah.
Inamura, Outamura, Nakamura is more who I'm excited about than anything. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Battle Royal is a bad way to build a number one contender, in my opinion. You don't get a lot of tag team moves in a Battle Royal. Yeah, but a Battle Royal is fun every once in a while. If you were doing this to figure out every number one contender, fine. But they built this for 3 weeks where the entire locker room was fighting. You might as well stick them in the ring. If the shoe fits, wear it.
So, folks, just let this sink in, though, that this is close to the end of 2024. We're in the last month of 2024. We got no Dusty Classic, but we got a battle royal to decide who's the number one contender.
Well, one takes a lot longer to pull off.
Yeah, but I'm surprised. I'm just saying I'm surprised we got no Dusty Classic. I think this is the first year in a minute we have no Dusty Classic.
That's a good question.
I feel like even if they do it, and if it's, teams thrown together, what have you, we still at least get a bit of a Dusty.
It's been a lot of teams thrown together in the past. Just want to see when
this man just got eliminated and shook their hands.
2024, Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin won. So I'm thinking they feel like year. They did not do one in 2023. In 2022, the Creeds beat MSK in the final. So that is my guess, Nick, is they wouldn't do 2 Dusties in 1 year.
Fair enough. I didn't realize that the last one was in 2024, so I digress.
There you go.
I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Well, I just helping understand.
No, literally, I had no idea, so I'm thankful for that. Yeah, no, that wasn't anything.
Braun and Corbin. One's IC champion, one's no longer here.
I missed that pairing. Now we got Braun out there, top tier IC champ and everything, and I got Baron Corbin out there making Bob's Burgers.
Right.
Which man should do a cooking show? WWE sign Baron Corbin and just have him do some shit on YouTube. We're gonna pay you not to wrestle. We're gonna pay you like AJ Francis.
Inamura just chopped somebody up over the ropes.
Crucifino.
Beast.
Crucifino's gone.
Oh, it was Crucifino.
Yeah.
And there goes Tavion. Just chucked like a bag of potatoes. So Briggs and Nomura are just fucking kicking ass. Good slap.
Good slap. Well, as you say that, Briggs is out.
Goodbye, Briggs. Gallus says we were sick of their shit.
Okay, so it is still, you have to eliminate both partners. Okay, I thought they were doing the one to where if one partner gets eliminated, they gotta get the out of there.
Right. Inamura should have had more TV time before this match. Why?
Yeah, unless they were gonna win it. Old Crucifino getting chucked out into everybody that's been already eliminated. So fully the family's out now.
Crucifino is latter day IRS. Well, one's a tax man, one's a lawyer. Close.
Latter day makes sense. That works. Checks out. Close.
Why isn't Briggs a bigger deal? Did we not think that Briggs was going to be a bigger deal?
Oh, yeah. Well, and then they figured out what to do with Nost Malone Jensen, and it really caught fire. So, yeah, Briggs is a guy that in the WWE model should be the guy that they get behind more.
Yeah, I mean,
but for some reason, I don't know why. Sorry.
But he's had some big moments. I mean, he's had some big matches where he's done really well. Even against guys like Dijak. I mean, I'm real curious to see what they do with him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Christ, I've been going through last year's WrestleMania and everything. And you remember Stand and Deliver to where he's out there taking on Dijak. And Christ, now I'm going to be terrible and forget the third person in the match and everything for, the North American title and everything. Like he was at one point the one that was getting pushed even more than Fallon Henley in that whole faction. And now Fallon's one of the top women in that whole division. Jensen's paired up with Spears and, kind of doing his own thing. And Briggs is out there with Imamura, Samamura, Yamamura, whoever the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, again, just bringing in someone new. Again, kind of moving them into another tag team. It surprises me a little bit.
Yeah, and Briggs is going the way of Corbin instead of the way of Breaker to tie into another tag team.
Yeah. And I think you were talking about Stand and Deliver, was that not when Oba won the title?
I believe so. Well, and he's been a absentee vote here for quite a bit. Of when are we going to get some more Oba family?
We don't know, and we don't know where we're getting them. Is part of the curiosity of I have with it.
You think main roster is still NXT?
I don't know. I mean, again, unless he's coming back to go after the world title in NXT, there's no point in him being in NXT. So I'm a little bit on the fence with this one. Unless he's coming back to kick a hole in Trick Williams' chest and take the title, there's no reason not to move him up.
I kind of want to see that. I kind of want to see him go after the title, especially because we thought, or I especially was out here saying, of this man's going to have to hand in the title of, I'm sorry, I broke it in your toy, and then goes up to the main roster because no one could beat this man. Now that he's lost it to Tony and everything, was that more of a promotion by demotion than it was, just we're going to let you sit for a minute and let you cool off, because he was the best thing cooking in NXT. So to let him, Oba, I think 100% was.
Yeah, so, I think it's a matter of letting him cool off after the L, right?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't like that. If I want to see him, like, Trick, to me, like, Oba was more over than Trick was, and Trick was champion. And Trick is still champion. But yeah, I think Oba shows up and, like you said, punches a hole through both men's chests and just says, this is my championship now. I am the king of this shit.
Maybe Ridge beating Trick sets up Oba and Ridge because Ridge is a bigger guy and a better opponent. I don't know.
Then it would be heel on heel unless you're going to make Oba a babyface.
Well, that's a Oba was kind of getting that cheer, and people were kind of getting behind that whole who.
But he wasn't supposed to be. He wasn't supposed to be.
The fans dictate the call, though.
True. Well,
yeah.
And it's crazy to think that Ridge Holland has ended the New Day and Chase U.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people. Well, I've seen people going all the way back to blaming Batista retiring with the bye-bye Tista. That's what really started the bloodline thing, because that's what made Hunter go to Seth as option B.
Yeah,
which broke up the Shield, and we're getting linear championships now with who started the fuckeries.
Oh, Hank and Tank, Pancake and Gallus coming out right now. We got Gallus, we got Hank and Tank, we have Out the Mud is still kicking.
Technically,
Amura's gone.
Yeah,
Bronco's gone.
We have one half of, we got Miles Bourne still in there. So we got a couple half teams, two full teams, I feel.
Yeah, Adonis is still in there, right? Yeah, okay, there you go.
Right.
And Paxfield and Frazier are still having trouble watching TV together, apparently.
Well, they have to stand sideways to do it the WWE style, and one's got to watch it through a mask.
Right.
The TJ brings up fully with your point here of Braun Breaker's not supposed to be a babyface either, but the dogs are barking in every city. Yeah, well, he managed to walk that line of gray perfectly.
Yeah, but as we learn, you can't have, it's not about being the gray. It's once you're in a direction, once the fans kind of get blocked into something, you kind of got to lean into it or you lose them. I think we're seeing that. It will be interesting how Oba is presented moving forward, but the more the cheering happens for Braun, the more they're setting him up, taking on heels to do so.
Right. I just want to see Oba to really different. All right. And so other team is eliminated.
Oh, it's Tyreek. I thought that was Adonis. It's Tyreek. So
a swole ass Adonis. That would be a swole ass Adonis. That's Adonis on the juice.
Tyson and Tyreek are eliminated.
Now Hank's out, or might be out. Oh, you had one part of this team dap them up and shake hands and everything because they eliminated them, and then the other one, like, no fault, it's all good, and the other one's causing a fucking fit. So we've got
two members of Gallus.
We got one member of OTM, one member of No Coder, Miles Bourne, and we got Tank.
Okay. Uh-oh. Gallus could be in trouble, but hey, no, they're ready to go.
It should be them. It's 2-on-1 as Hank cut Tank.
Oh, how did you end up that far ahead?
I don't know. I buffered and figured because I buffered, I'd be fine.
No, you got it.
I didn't touch anything. I swear to God, I didn't.
I swear to God.
No, I seriously didn't. I buffered and figured it would let me stay behind.
Big splash in the corner. Wolfgang on fire. There go. Oh, Bourne lands on the apron.
Right.
Oh,
no. Oh, Wolfgang out. Yeah, but the odds are even. Hey, man. This goes in one shot. Yo. We're down to 3. Let's go, Tank. Let's go, Tank. Let's go, Tank. Sorry.
Who were you cheering for?
Tank.
Oh, you want Tank?
Hank and Tank. We named them. We gave birth.
Well, the other 2 teams suck, so go Hank and Tank. I don't
care. So why are you trying to give me guff for who I'm picking?
I'm trying to confirm.
I didn't know Let's Go Tank was confusing.
Well, you mumble sometimes.
Yeah, thanks.
I couldn't hear you.
I can say it louder if you'd like.
What?
What'd you say? You turned my gimmick on me.
Up he goes.
Yeah.
They're gonna win.
Destroying everybody. Now, is this a TNA one where they got to win by pinfall?
They didn't say that in the official rules. T's and P's. Juice Robinson broke his fibula. Facts?
Ooh.
Oh. Woo. This is awesome for a tag team battle royal.
No. I disagree. I heard them. I disagree.
It's been a fun one, though.
It's been fun. Right. Not awesome. It's been fun. Oh. This does not deserve it. This is awesome. Oh, when's the last time you seen that? A double stomp on the middle rope to hang him up. Oh.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Miles Bourne back. Hey, Tank is gone. The other one's gone. Miles wins. Niles. No, it's Miles, Willie. Yeah, he does look like the love child of Orton and H.
Yeah, facts, because I was going to say Ridge Holland and shaved Kyle Fletcher. Oh.
Well, I mean,
what is life?
They might win the tag belts. You were just bigging up Tavion a lot.
I big up Tavion, not that fucker. Not Miles.
Jack Daniels responsible for the replay here tonight.
So no quarter. Well, shout out. Hashtag not sponsored. Would like to be sponsored. But no quarter catch crew running through things tonight. Ren Sinclair won the last chance survivor, and now they win the tag team. What the fuck is happening?
For me, a moment like this reminds me of NXT Black and Gold. Of all of a sudden, a team or a person would show up and have a moment, and now they were there. And you're like, well, who's this? Whether it was Ciampa or you go through the list, they just create these random moments. Now we got to pay attention to these two who we've been ignoring for like a year.
Right?
Easy. Up next.
Right. As Ridge with the Just for Men all in that beard, because that shit is dark.
I will return in a moment. I want to catch this.
Fair enough, sir. But yes, there we go. As 100% as I'm in another commercial break. So I will remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Absolutely back at it like a jackrabbit. Tomorrow, Wednesday night Dynamite. Who's going to take home the diamond ring and everything? Who's going to be out there like MJF again? Is he going to win it? Is he even going to be in the Battle Royal to determine it? And then Thursday, we've got our NXT deadline predictions, our previews, our run through the whole card. And what are they showing right now? Oh, you can't fake this. They're showing fan reactions and everything. Sorry, I got halfway caught up of the show to streamers. So I was like, maybe us. But no. Then on Friday, Friday to me is going to be the true fallout from everything with Survivor Series of what happens now. They use them in the Netflix app, but what's going to happen with the fallout now of the Bloodline 2.0, Solo's Bloodline just lost and everything, Roman, Heyman, they're all back just victorious. What's going to happen with all of this? Absolutely. And then we're back at it for deadline, and you might see us watching some other things. But if MJF wins ring tomorrow, I just say get rid of the Battle Royal. If MJF wins it at this point, you just retired and just give it to him and come up with a new gimmick. Because honestly, and I say this 100% at UFC 310 Saturday, fair enough. I hadn't even thought about it. But as a scarf carrying member, Cole is winning. Okie dokie. Is he in the Battle Royal? Like, is MJF? I don't know who's in it, honestly. And I was just gonna say, does anyone even remember what the diamond ring is supposed to mean, supposed to carry on, supposed to entail, outside of just it's a heel trope for MJF and a way to get out? It's a little $1 million championship, I feel, a bit with Ted DiBiase, to the extent of, like I said, I'm an MJF fan. I can't remember right now what the diamond ring is supposed to represent outside of just MJF looks like the fucker who would have a gaudy diamond ring that he uses to punch people out and help him win a match. That's it. MJF stock is still fast. Sometimes when you bet on yourself, and in betting on yourself, you bet on the wrong team. Apparently, The Rock is no longer doing WrestleMania. It's been discussed there was still even speculation of if he was ever going to do WrestleMania. I know Meltzer's, long-winded behind, and I know that's funny coming from me, but was still saying that if The Rock doesn't show up for Raw on Netflix, it means he's not doing WrestleMania. I don't know what the plans are, but I feel like if we don't get Rock Roman at 41, the ship sailed on that. That's up there then with the Punk Stone Cold Steve Austin match of shoulda, coulda, woulda, of you had it there, and I think this would be one that you had it right there. You were so close, and you just couldn't ever cross the finish line, because I think the fan base at this point is getting sick of waiting around for it. I think you're losing interest on that match overall, and you can't wait another year and then try and pull it back into it. Like 39 would have been the best time, I think, to strike with it. And now it's getting a little bit past its sell by, but you're still okay with it. As I got Bischoff coming out right now. I don't know if that was supposed to be a segue, but it felt like a segue. As a giving me with the I'm back and better than ever. But yes, Eric Bischoff out here to play mediator between Ridge Holland and Trick Williams. And now, does this become a consistent thing? Is this a one-off? I feel like this is most likely a one-off of, I believe, Eric has even put on record of saying that I just happened to be going to Orlando to film some stuff for the Peacock, for the network. And they were like, hey, do you want to stop by? And it spun into this. So We'll see. The show is really good now. It's definitely interesting as hell. Of again, WWE so far keeping up with the tradition of everything you expect is going to happen, don't happen, but it somehow is even better than what you expected was going to happen. Mediator. I don't like the way you spelled that, MDB. NWO. As Bischoff, of course, has to mention Nitro. I have to mention WCW. I created the NWO. I'm waiting to see if he takes any sort of shots across the bow of his name is Eric Bischoff. Yes, absolutely. Easy E. So, okay, so he's saying that the feeling of the revolution in NXT is equivalent to him, when he built ECW. Is that Odyssey Jones in the crowd for NXT? But yeah, that's an interesting statement from Eric. Eric Selfie. Yeah, it was expected. It was expected. I mean, the man has a whole podcast called 83 Weeks. Well, Bish mentions either Nitro, NWO, his books, or his podcast. All of the above. If you are playing the Eric Bischoff bingo card, you've got a bingo. What kind of Boston? That's not nice. He's still out there. He's on that Joe Rogan-ish diet of out there, and I think he's in like Wyoming or something. Yeah, he's very much one of those, elks and moose and everything. Which, by the way, I am a proponent of that as well, but I digress. I don't look like, I guess, according to Boston Leather. Please, no special guest ref. I don't know if Eric's gonna, force himself more into this situation, or if he's just playing mediator. If they just have it so we can say we had Eric Bischoff out here because it'll draw attention. Which Ridge can't even come out with a shirt. Like, you can take the shirt off once you get in the ring, but you could at least come out with a shirt, my guy. Trick coming out right now. So I will ask the chat as we're about to get the mediation here and KJ ain't even here as this man's coming out in a Canadian tuxedo. But who do you have in the match for Deadline? Early predictions. You can just get off your one-off idea here before it involves being the prediction champion, anything like that. Of who you got between Ridge and Trick of leaving Deadline as the NXT heavyweight champion. John C. Nick Rock came out at the end of Bad Blood for no reason. It's dead now. Can't do films and wrestling at the same time. But all his films is done. He's just promoting them. I saw even people making the jokes of that's why he didn't come out on Survivor Series, because he couldn't pitch to Moana 2. I think it's very interesting if it's done, and I hope it's really not, because then why would you do the whole Bad Blood thing? That's been the big monkey wrench. That's why everybody thought everything was Survivor Series. But you can't leave that on the table. If they do, then it's done. You don't follow that up at 42. You don't follow that up at 43. I think it's just done. It's a Punk Austin situation at that point. Bischoff is, what is the fuck is going on? He's like just narrating this of telling Ridge you're a throwback to like wrestlers when I grew up watching wrestling, of like the Crusher and all that. Like, you're the evolution of the revolution. See, Rhinestone Cowboy. Yeah, a little bit like a rhinestone cowboy. Oh, I'm gonna take my belt to the old town road. Yeah, Trick has it all. Yeah, but there's always been something that just doesn't click with Trick. Of he's the blue chip that just hasn't gotten it. Like there's some and Braun Breaker had it for a brief period, but overcame it. Trick feels like he's stuck on it. Ridge saying Trick's nothing but a stand-up comedian with abs. Ridge Holland wins. Trick Williams and Oba Femi go to Raw and form a new group with Big E to take on the New Day. Depends on how much Big E's cleared, and I think Big E has to fight that battle his own. I saw even people joking around if that's how you bring back Odyssey Jones and everything. No, I think. Could you imagine they do Odyssey Jones with Big E as his manager to take out the New Day in his, vengeance? Be interesting, but I feel like that segment, and I don't want to speculate too much on this. So this is my opinions. This is not even the channel's opinions, anything like that. I think that segment showed us that Big E's going to come back at some point, and I hope he just runs roughshod over these two. Speaking of running roughshod,
Big K back in the house.
Oh, Wrestling for Life Universe! Don't you dare be sour.
How many stand-up comedians do you know with abs? Not many.
I feel like that's contradictory. It's hard to be funny and have abs. You have to choose in life. I can be funny or have abs. They don't work together. You mean original? And so Eric just effed off. By the way,
there he hanging
just
out
in the background. You're not mediating anything. Normally, the mediator is in the middle. That's the thing. That's the term. Median, middle. Right now.
Oh. Chance breaking out.
I couldn't look myself in the mirror if I had what you had. That's rich from someone who's done what Rich has done, of the guy who almost retired at one point.
Dangerous hand.
Yeah, but he should sit there and be like, of course, that's why I'm coming for you. That's why I'm going to I'm going to break you like I broke everybody else.
Right. Trick bores me. I'm not far behind you, Chair.
Well, I mentioned this a bit when Bischoff was very much hyping up Trick of he's got it all, he's this, he's that, he's got the total package. Shout out Lex Luger. But Trick always feels like the guy who he has everything. It just doesn't ever fully connect. Like there's that last little trip at the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it's that. Some days, I mean, the look, the entrance, definitely. The promo at times, not bad. The in-ring, we're still trying to wait and find out.
Fair enough.
I will put you down.
This is, though, by far and away, I know I said this with Cora Jade and then she lost, but eating hands. But this is the best Ridge Holland we've seen.
Ridge has been good. Ridge is jacked.
He's Swolverine. He's a swole Welshman, Scotsman. What country is he from? UK?
I think he's just from
Geography lessons. Fact checkers, let us know. Where in the world is Ridge Holland from?
I think he's from England, no?
I would assume he was getting Downton Abbey there with fucking, EastEnders with Butch, Sheamus and them.
Oh, and the table doesn't budge.
But I do like that of, with a guy that has his track record of his finishers, a small package DDT.
Oh,
it's a safe move that looks devastating as shit, and especially with a guy that's got histories with necks, it solidifies that.
Right. What did Eric add to the show? I'm lost. He added clicks. That's all. Again,
tension.
It wasn't going to come in and wrestle, so.
Right. But I will be back, sir, as we are in a commercial break right now. Trick's getting stretchered out.
Trick's in trouble. We go to commercial break. Nick taking a pause for the cause, folks. We are rolling through the show, and we are back tomorrow for Dynamite. Gonna be a fun one. We'll figure out what's going on in Dynamite land as the Continental Classic will continue. It's also technically a go-home show, kind of, sort of, as Winter is Coming is the following show. We will see. They've got a lot built up for Winter is Coming already. So, yeah, lots going on for that. Thursday, we're here for the preview for Deadline. We got 5 matches official. We might end up with 6. So we'll see. But lots going on. And right now, Ridge just takes out Trick on top of the table. Eric mediated a little bit. He came out, complimented both competitors, and stood back. So not much mediation going on there. In Continental Classic. Oh, good one. You know what's not soft? Ridge's. Oh my. Leave his nipples out of this. Any chance Josh Alexander coming to WWE next year when his contract is over, KJ and Nick? Yeah, there's a chance. I mean, Josh openly on the record said he would be letting the free agent thing kind of happen, see where the free agent vibes are. We'll see. I mean, it's highly possible. Little girl in the pink jacket invested. Yep, she into it. I cannot wait to watch Shelton Benjamin versus Kyle Fletcher tomorrow. Should be a fun match. Again, very interesting. And I think the Continental Classic has already set up a couple interesting bookings. I mean, we saw one go to a draw between Okada and Garcia. Garcia continues to be a world beater, takes on everybody, and pushes them to the limit. Shelton, I don't think should lose yet. He's new, but he has. Kyle Fletcher's been on a roll. You're trying to build him up. Should be a very intriguing match tomorrow. It always scares me when you take a simple move and get stretched out. It means you're winning no more track. Miss the end of it. But yeah, I mean, again, when you sell the move, I like the fact that you can sell moves. Is Urs going to be in the corner of this weekend for anybody? I guess Eric? No, not that I know of. I don't expect it. Who's your vote for Women's and Men of the Year? You're going to have to tune into our year-end awards for that one. We will talk about it. We got some year-end stuff coming up, so be around for that. Dead. Let's go. Imagine if Hammerstone was in Ridge's place. Well, we saw Hammerstone show up already. Hammerstone doing great things. Hammerstone and Jake Something as a tag team, outstanding. Strong, big, dynamic. All for it. I don't want to be that guy, but what did Bischoff to that segment? What did Bischoff do to that segment? Again, that is an example of just, we will tell you Eric Bischoff's going to be on the show because it's going to garner interest. That's it. Again, did we expect Eric to do what? Didn't expect Eric to do a whole lot. In a perfect world, Eric would be taking Ava's job. But we are back to the replay of the DDT on the table. Reminder, Commander is replacing Juice Robinson. Oh, good. I feel bad for Juice. Juice was injured and on the shelf for quite a while. He just came back, didn't do much since he came back. To me, Juice has the most charisma, the most energy out of the guys in the Bullet Club. I like Jay White a lot, but Juice to me has a lot to offer. To break his leg sucks. I think he broke his leg. Bischoff self-released also gave NXT props. That's what he did for the segment. Again, it literally is this guy's going to be here. It's just clicks. Fletcher should have been faced to take on heel Shelton. I guarantee Fletcher will be a star in the next 5 years. Fletcher's got a bright future. He really does. I like Fletcher a lot, but again, the booking makes you wonder. And I do. I think that there's an opportunity for him to do something, but you got to be smart about it. As right now, we got Nikita Lyons in the ring. Apparently not. And here comes Carmen Petrovich. Kill Bill. Did Trick need an ambulance angle? No, but again, you're selling everybody on the fact that Ridge is a killer. Like, Ridge is not to be messed with. That Ridge is a guy, the dangerous hands. And he has a history of really putting people in ambulances. So, again, I think that is more for Ridge, and you're weakening the champion. I'm leaning towards Trick retaining now. But again, it's just trying to sell the danger of Ridge. Trick provided his proved he was soft. Down, boy, down. If they pull the NXT title, I don't expect them to do that. But right now, I guess I'll put a poll up real quick. Well, it's already begun. But who's going to win this one between Nikita Lyons and Carmen? I don't know. We'll see. Both women have a little bit to prove here. Hottie biscottis, according to... There you go. Give me your votes. Give me your votes. Give me your votes. Who you taking? Who you taking? Met contract. What did you say before that, Vance? February 25th is when Josh Alexander's contract is up. Yeah, I mean, again, we talk about Jordan Grace's contract coming up in January. Alexander's early 2025. There's a couple other names out there that will be free agents. It will be very interesting to see where all the cookies crumble. For somebody like Josh, even Grace, to an extent, I mean, if you're a free agent, you have the ability to listen to a couple offers. There's no guarantee that you can't be persuaded by either side. Nikita has lost some weight since her last match. She's getting back into ring shape. That's a shape for sure. They need to get rid of the stupid weapons. My God, I hate it, Paul. I said it about Drew McIntyre. I said it about the Viking Raiders. I do not like the weapons. I do not like the swords and the katanas and the nunchucks. What the fuck are we doing? Just come out and get ready to wrestle. The weapons are unnecessary. Barney the dinosaur. Barney dances better than Garcia. There you go. Trick and Ridge in an ambulance match. Yeah, I don't know if they go that route. That'd be interesting. I mean, we just did the ambulance match with Chase. They are going to the hospital, not the local medical facility now. That is very true. One of the big changes in 2024 for WWE. As Carmen firing up. This match got me barking at my screen. Down, boy. Juice Robinson is out of the Continental Classic, replaced by Commander. Why Commander? Why Commander? Again, is it just so you have somebody in there to take L's? But Commander does nothing for me. Commander's doing nothing for your company. Commander's another guy that isn't going to help ratings, isn't going to help people pay attention. Commander makes any match Commander's in a bathroom break match. Big move by Nikita. Lyons, Nikita, and Carmen both give me Johnny Cage vibes. Both of them. Oh. Nikita going for the splash. Misses. Oh, and Adonis at ringside. So Nikita's safe for this win. 50% taking Nikita. 37% taking Carmen. And 14% taking nobody. As Carmen getting rid of. Oh, wait a minute. Big kick. Down goes Nikita. And Petrovich gets the win. Ladies and gentlemen, Carmen gets the W. What do you think of the rumor we're getting Moxley versus Hangman versus White versus Christian at the main event of World's End? It's been rumored. Does Christian have to cash in his contract to make that happen? If they give him a match, does his contract still exist? We don't know. Moxley, Hangman, White, Christian. I don't know if this is necessary, but it doesn't explain all the other stuff. What's up with Darby and Moxley? Darby just forget. Everyone move on. No big deal. Darby's busy. Like, it just, to me, the storytelling, and I know what happened at the end of Full Gear. I know what happened last week. I don't know that I love it. I feel bad for Ricky Starks. Juice gets injured, and Antonio's so petty. Ricky gets shoved aside for Commander. I mean, again, we could beat this to death. Is Sean Spears talking to Nico, one of the newest members of the NXT roster? And there's Gigi with Tatum. Interesting and creepy, Sean. I just said what Tatum said. Dave Meltzer is a visionary. You can't say stuff like that out loud, Keyshawn. Makes me worry about your mental state. Lyons is hot. Well, not hot enough to get a win. I do not like the weapons. Get rid of the weapons. The props, the toys are unnecessary. We don't need them. Kyrie stopped using her wheel. That is very true. Lion. I feel bad. Got that one. Yeah, I mean, again, we've talked it ad nauseum about Ricky Starks and what he deserves. Ricochet versus Commander this Friday on Rampage. That big signing. Ricochet, who wants to fight everybody on Twitter about how good he is, why he did this, and he's going to put the company on his back. What better way to put the company on your back than fight Commander on Rampage? The fuck are you talking about? That is terrible. Again, Commander, Ricochet. Ricochet even being on Rampage is fucking bad for business. But, again, he wants to tell all the fans on Twitter to fuck off. Well, let's be real. At the end of the day, him fighting Commander on Rampage is his boss telling him to fuck off. He's been booked poorly. He looks poor. He's not in the middle of anything. He was better off doing it in front of 10,000 people with the WWE. Going to AEW and doing the same shit and jobbing out the same way for 1,700 people seems really fucking dumb. Juice was pin eater in the classic. Commander will be the same. 100%. Just more flips from Commander. What's up? Dave Meltzer, boo-boo. I would let Miss Lyons wrestle me. Commander is literally 3-20 in singles matches. Yeah, because it's the same match. It's like the same match Commander had with Jay White. Commander gets all the offense and then takes a finisher. It's really fucking off-putting. Carmen, there we go. Ricochet doesn't feel like an important character in the classic. They regulated him to just another guy. 100%. The guy debuted in a battle royal that was overshadowed by the fact that Nigel was in it. Did nothing, didn't win the battle royal that he was in. Came in, had a win, had a loss, had a match with Fletcher, which wasn't as good as Ospreay. I don't know what they're doing, guys. You sign these talents and you don't do anything of substance with them. It doesn't make sense.
Speaking of not making sense and not doing anything of substance, hi, I'm back. But which would you take right now? Ricochet in the Continental Classic, or if you're Ricochet and you're taking on, say, a Carmelo Hayes or an Andrade, or even say an LA Knight to get to a Shinsuke Nakamura or anything, and you could run that up the flagpole of a Nakamura versus a Ricochet feud for the U.S. title.
Yeah, 100%. I think Ricochet thought, kind of why I praised Ricochet when he made the decision to go to AEW, and I kind of sympathized and supported him. As a fan of Ricochet, I felt like the ceiling in AEW could have been higher. Like, I could see him being a world champion in AEW. I didn't know that he'd make it to that plateau in WWE. But like you said, if you're going to go over to be in the mid-card, be a mid-card nobody, I mean, you could have done that on SmackDown and fought much better matches in front of a larger crowd. Simple.
On paper, you had much more potential for Ricochet to be a top guy, and I still would like to hope that there's a chance, a semblance that he could in AEW. Right now, with the way WWE is treating their mid cards, I'd rather if I know, or at least the rest of 2024 going into 2025, I'm gonna be a mid card guy. I'd rather be a mid card guy in WWE than I would be a mid card guy in AEW. Because Christ, a main event guy like Darby is getting treated like a mid card guy.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And we're in the back with the no quarter pound crew. But Daniel Garcia versus Beast Mortos. If you want me to believe the Continental Classic is a big deal that matters, stop putting the matches on Rampage.
Well, do you buy into the rumors? I say they're rumors. I don't know if anything's been fully confirmed that we're getting towards the end of Rampage. Rampage might cease to be pretty soon come 2025.
Well, it's been a long-standing rumor that they were not going to carry forward into the new deal. Rampage wasn't going to be a part of it. I mean, again, it remains to be seen. Tony doesn't seem to give a fuck about it. It's been pre-taped for months and months and months. I mean, I remember being live for, CM Punk in the first Rampage and blowing the roof off the place, and it's been embarrassing. It's an afterthought. Izzy!
Been a minute. I was like, she's out there stealing the taunt and everything. But yeah, when's the last time we saw Izzy Dane? Oh, she's taking on Gigi. Okay.
So she's gonna eat it out.
Jobber entrance. You're in the comeback match. Yeah.
New music. Same vibe though. Brought the flower back.
Yeah, still pretty much same character, same gimmick of now she's just got a new infatuation with Tatum Paxley.
All right. Let's see what she got.
I'm very cautious and very nervous because the last time they made her a babyface after the split, where I infamously said it was, Marty just kicked Sean, and boy, did they make me eat my fucking words with that. But of her again as a babyface, the initial push of her as a babyface didn't work well. So running it back, I'm really just cautious if it's going to work well.
I don't know. I'm getting good vibes right now. Let's go.
Right. Folks, let us know who you're taking for this match, whether you're taking Gigi Dolan or whether you're taking Izzy Dame. I'll be surprised if this is a bit of a squash. I know Izzy got the jobber entrance, didn't have too much of the boo-boo the foo face, but as all of Fatal Influence watching backstage.
Yeah, all right. Fatal Influence.
Yeah, respectfully, Jasmine Ninks always looks like something that shows up as an ad as I'm scrolling through like YouTube shorts and everything like that. That's probably like some AI page or something.
Just here. KJ
he might be different than others, just saying.
Not doing nothing with Camille anymore. No create plans with her and Mercedes. It sicks me. Well, rumor is that, that's where they're heading, that it's going to be Camille versus Mercedes at some point. They kind of put the gas pedal down on this whole idea. And they're already mad at each other, and she already walked out. So what comes next? I don't know. There were some reports that Camille is healing a legitimate injury, and that's partly why we haven't seen her do much.
Fair enough, but yeah, last I knew didn't she get struck down by a vehicle of I'm waiting for a Statlander of, I did it for Sasha, I did it for the Banks.
Well, I think it was Camille that was trying to run her over, but she got her arms slammed in that door and then basically told Sasha to go fuck herself on Wednesday. So here we go.
Already, it's not even been a full year. It's not even been a couple months of they've been together, and we've already burned through that story. We're burning through stories like tissues at this point.
Nothing like we talked about it last night, where fans we want this to happen or we want that to happen, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. We wait for it. And I think that, WWE has done a really good job of making their fans be patient and realizing no matter how much they bitch online, that when you get what everyone's kind of anticipating, they forget that they were bitching and start popping. So Tony hasn't learned that. And so a long list of things he hasn't quite figured out. But Tony, very reactionary in his booking, and there is no patience in AEW. Again, Darby tried to kill everybody, and we might get 3 other contenders at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, we fully talked about this last night. That's a thing that in early New Year's resolution we could all attest to, and I hope to strive to going into 2025 is patience and restraint of not having to jump at a beck and call and everything. I actually praise Tony at times of when like WWE would do a special show head to head or anything like that of staying the course. But yeah, now you've got to actually develop these storylines. You've got to let them flesh out a little bit rather than 2 weeks, 3 weeks is not an adequate time for a story. That's a short story. That's a flip book.
Pop-up book writing.
Yeah.
Oh, exchange of twos. I can't imagine Sean recruiting Izzy, but you never know. He was just talking to Gigi like he was interested, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it always makes me still wish we could have actually gotten the Righteous in WWE because they ain't doing shit in AW / Ring of Honor of as Gigi picks up the win.
Simple.
But you have like Sean Spears paired with Vincent and Dutch. I mean, we thought we were going to get it with Bray, but if you at least still got it with Spears, I think it'd still be at least solid interesting. I was saying bring in the Righteous. If the Righteous would have actually signed with WWE like it was rumored at one point.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been cool. Oh, we got Javon. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Slow burn is the best way. You plant a seed and watch it grow and build into a huge thing. And that's, yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of huge moments because of that as of late.
X-Pac!
There it is!
Yo, you dealing with the X Factor. I got everything I ever want. Javon, all of us right now, if we just met X-Pac. It's crazy to still think that X-Pac was like C tier DX, C tier NWO, respectfully. Sean, I love you. But like now if you met him, you're like, that's fucking X-Pac.
Well, and again, I mean, it's funny because he was kind of like the lower guy on a totem pole, but he was the only guy in both. He had one of the most impactful. I mean, he got sued over his comments when he came back to the WWE. When he cut that promo, and Kevin and Scott would be right here next to me. Lawsuit.
He didn't get pulled from GCW bookings.
No, right? But so Xbox has this crazy kind of impact on it all, like kind of like as a support guy.
He's one of those guys that you don't realize the impact he's had in the wrestling universe. But if you remove X-Pac, you remove the 1, 2, 3 kid getting the surprise victory over Razor Ramon, the ripple effect that happens in wrestling. Like he's such a weird like linchpin of pro wrestling, especially of that decade and that time frame.
Right. But here comes Lexus King setting up the fatal 4-way. We still got 30 minutes left on the clock, so I imagine we're getting something else as well. As if I can remember. Oh, the tag. No.
No, we have the tag battle royal. That's where Quarter Catch Crew's been the MVPs of tonight. This, I think, is going to be your 30-minute match because we're going to probably get X amount of time of commercials. Maybe we get something on the back end after everything, but we're very much going to get this match go for a bit.
Yeah, very interesting. Oh, maybe it's going to be Javon.
Well, Javon's already in.
No, to win it all.
Oh, fair enough. No, that's not a bad show.
My bad.
No, you're good. I like Misfit saying, man, X-Pac is so chill. Remember when he got in trouble on when WWE did watch parties for a brief time and everything, and he shot on the product because it was shit at the time and did it on their stream, and they're like, no, we can't do that.
Well, the thing that's been interesting about X-Pac always is his mouth has got him in a lot of trouble throughout the years.
Yeah, but I mean, he again, like we've talked about, like we even do ourselves, of he just is honest, open, and candid and everything. Like of everybody marks out about Larry and everything. But I remember seeing pictures of X-Pac with the little kid, like chest holster thing. I'm sorry, I don't have children, so holster is the best term I could come up with
Yeah, I wouldn't use
and
one of those.
everything. Well, no, with having like he had his dog sitting on
Yeah.
his chest and everything, like people have their kids and everything showing up at events and everything.
Right. I have the X Factor Uncle Cracker theme on CD. Here, my friend Mel put it on a CD for me back in the day from Napster. Oh, I miss the Napster days.
Were you a Napster guy, a LimeWire,
Whatever
FrostWire?
would get me the fucking
Whatever works.
yeah, whatever could get me the file I was looking for.
I never really did Napster. It was always LimeWire and FrostWire for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when they switched up and then started bringing in FrostWire. LimeWire probably the most. Napster quite a bit in the beginning. But again, it was like, oh, I can't find what I'm looking for. I'll go find it elsewhere. There was
how many times you'd be mad at, like, you burn a CD and everything, which, by the way, I remember getting a Christmas present, which was from my father, which was a stack of the burnable CDs and everything. CDRs 100% is now we're officially dating ourselves, folks. Welcome to the commercial break.
Bro.
But when you don't realize you didn't listen to it before you put it on, like the mixtape, or you put it on the burned CD and everything, and then you get all of a sudden, you know, damn, son, where'd you get that? And it's just some fucking ad for like 30 seconds, and you thought this was supposed to be Limp Bizkit's Rollin', and instead I've got McLovin.
Yeah, it would be funny when you would wait and wait and wait for the download, and it wasn't what you were looking for. Metallica doesn't miss Napstar. Fuck, nobody does, because it was the change of everything, really. It's how we got where we are now.
Exactly. Shut the fuck up, Lars.
With 6, my bad. I don't know, man. I would spend hours, bro. I'd even do like the little, you could make your own little CD covers and shit. And I'd put like the song list in the back. Girls love that shit back in the day. Where
yeah, but I mean, my guy, spoiler, I mean,
yeah,
you do all the graphics for the channel and everything. So I think you were just finding your calling a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do the graphics shit.
Right.
I'll sell you the package.
I made this CD for you. Like my third copy of it. It's good. It worked. It used to.
Anyway. I was just always the CDs, or especially like would just download whole albums. I was like, I'm not gonna buy you, so there you go.
Yeah, and it's funny.
iPod was fucked.
Yeah, I didn't do that very often. It was a lot of like I would, you know, like everything has like 1 or 2 songs that you didn't care for, or there was like 2 or 3 of your favorites, and I would just I'd pick them apart. Non-stop good. Was that?
No, I agree with you. I was saying, I think I did more like the comedy album. Yeah, everybody does their mixtape. Everybody's, you know, DJ Who Kid of let me get the fresh mixtape.
Right. Yeah, man. 100%, my guy. I take a couple times I took like the titles of the songs and I would like tie them in like on the inside of the booklet, and it would be like a story, but like the names of the songs were inserted. I care for you so much, like Monet, like stupid shit.
Oh, Monet. But no, I mean, my parents drove from upstate New York to Florida for us to go to like Disney World, Universal, and everything in a Dodge Caravan, to where my stepdad rigged up a mini fatback TV so you could watch Titanic, because that took out 3 hours of time or anything. Or I would be in the back seat because I was the oldest brother, so I got the whole back seat to myself, listening on my iPod. That none of those songs I paid for, none of them. So yeah, 100%. That was the play to be of, I'm going to fill up like 48 hours of drive time just with
serious Wesley watching on, Javon in the crowd watching on, making fun of Wesley. But we're ready to go to figure out who's going to get this spot. Dude, I remember before, like this, again, dating ourselves a little, but I remember having a Discman fastened to my armrest in my car, so I could, and then a cassette that would plug in so I could listen to CDs, my mix CDs, on like in my car stereo that wasn't ready for a CD player yet.
Oh, I get you. You plug it into the skin like the cigarette lighter and everything.
Yeah.
Remember when cars had cigarette lighters?
You hit a bump and your
Welcome
shit.
to America.
You hit a bump and your shit just starts skipping on you. What?
What? A remix to remix. It was back to normal. I remember when you were balling when you had a 6 CD changer.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, T's and P's, Clay Slay.
Yeah, no, big T's and P's.
Yeah, he one of the OGs of when you would get mixtapes and everything. But yeah, I remember this is going even further back of when you'd have a 6 CD changer and you'd have to have the cassettes and everything and try and like record the song and all that.
Man, now we're going through nostalgia. But we're off and running, folks. Get your votes in. We might not have a 6 CD changer, but we got a 4-man final battle challenge.
We got 6K subscribers, just like a 6 CD changer. So let's see if we can get to 7. I don't know. I was trying to segue it slightly, but there, yeah. As I got
38% taking Axiom, 31 taking King, 23 to Eddie, and Cedric getting no love.
Fair. Cedric about to replace Big E in the New Day. What? Javon just instantly pipes up. They got Tim. Yeah, no. I like that it's evenly all spread out about there and everything. Of no one's a clear odds-on favorite.
No.
MTB is Zune. Oh my god.
No, I used to take. You remember the big giant fucking CD wallets? I had one that held like fucking way too many. It was like a phone book of CDs.
Bro, I swear to God, if you let me like pause for the cause for a brief second, I could reach behind, like go behind me and grab a whole fucking thing as a case of just like burnt CDs and CD sleeves and shit like that. Yeah.
I remember those
cassettes. Is it your visor or your Spotify most streamed?
Wait, CDs in your visor? Were you? Yeah, 100%, 100%, Lady B.
Right,
100%. You're like, oh, we'll switch this one out.
Right. Yeah, no, I think you clicked on someone I couldn't remember who, but as I'm in commercial break right now.
We go to commercial, yes, we do.
Right.
Why do you wish there were still phone booths? Why? What? Like, I wish we still had phone. What did you do in phone booths?
Are you Superman? Are you Superman? Because that's the last person to really need a fucking phone booth.
Are you Doctor Who? What was happening?
Yeah, are you trying to make Phone Booth the sequel? Remember that terrible movie with the sniper?
Mm-hmm. Yo, I remember my radio got jacked out of my car driving around to silence, motherfucker. The wind up blowing. Thanks.
How?
Worst shit ever.
Explain this story, sirs. We're in commercial break. We got time. Explain this because I lived to where. I'm getting your fucking radio jet because I lived to where you could literally travel a mile and not see another house type shit. So I'm not used to it.
I mean, I lived in a city, so I was parked one night and it's actually my brother's birthday, so we were pretty fucking smashed and woke up to the cops banging on the door that somebody had broke in and jacked my fucking PSP and my fucking car radio. I was pissed.
Your PSP,
yeah, man. Right? But I was mad as hell because I had to drive around with no radio for like fucking 4.5 days. No radio at all, just quiet. Just me and my thoughts driving around.
Sound of silence. Little does he remember in this story that he gave his brother a car stereo for his birthday. Yeah, you just ripped out your own stereo, just gave it to your brother.
I fucking wish I would have taken it back, but yeah, no, literally. Cops. No, it was actual cops. The Mounties are special cops.
Aren't Mounties like our state police?
Yeah. And I've only seen like a Mountie like outside of a fair, like maybe twice. I did get pulled over by a horse once though.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Were you on foot or in a vehicle?
I was in a vehicle. The cop
Jesus Christ. I was going to give you the benefit of on foot.
No, I was driving down a road and the cop was on the horse and he flagged me in. Over this way. And then he fucking clip clops up to the side of your fucking car. And the horse is there, and you're like, "Hi, horse." He's like, "Don't talk to the horse." You're like, "Ah."
Bro, why? I would have been like, "Bitch, I don't know how many horsepower's in this car, but I bet you it's more than 2. I bet you I can beat you."
Right? Fuckers.
You don't have gone. If you're on a horse, you don't have a camera. You're not gonna fucking take my license plate down. No one's gonna believe you, fucking Wilbur. No, I'm gone.
Yeah. I mean, again, it was weird because like the cop's talking to you and his knees in your face, and the rest of him is way up there. You're like, what the fuck? At least get off the fucking thing and talk to me. Why did they call it a mistletoe? Because no one agreed on a violent foot.
You
making comments like that on a horse. Mistletoe belt buckle. Fucking Wilbur.
That's just me. He got pulled over by a horse.
It's true story. I can't even.
I know. Only in Canada would that be a true story. Because again,
downtown
Mangees would have taken over. I know I got more than at least 2 horsepower, so catch up, bitch.
Downtown
Red Dead Redemption, my ass.
Yeah, but again, in downtown Toronto, there's not a whole lot of like getaway space. So once that horse has your lane and he flags you down, you were fucked. So
bitch, I'm gonna hit the horse.
I thought about it. It'd be like fucking
It'd be like a moose.
End up like half baked. You ever run through a cornfield backwards?
be like Tommy Boy to where the deer pops up back alive in the back of the car.
Can't hit a horse. It's a huge fucking animal. But we're back to the action, folks. No horses. No Cedric getting dropped on his head. Nice move by Lexus.
Right? No horses, only goats around here.
I need a bacchiotomy. Yeah. No, me and Flicka did not get along.
That's literally like my favorite story of yours.
Dude, it's
getting pulled over by a fucking horse. Sorry.
Do you know how intimidating it is when you're sitting there in your driver's seat and there's just a fucking head of a horse here and you're not allowed to talk to the horse or nothing? You just got to pretend that that's not a horse and some dude on the horse is looking at your paper.
But again, it's such a thing that like it would be that story goes 10 different ways that aren't that way if this is America.
Oh, yeah. So we had horse for dinner tonight.
Exactly. Exactly.
It wasn't, just for the record, for anyone out there, it wasn't just the horse. It wasn't Mr. Fucking, like, so there was a dude on the horse.
Oh, Wilbur. Mr. Ed pulls your ass over.
Is that horse flagging me down? What the fuck is this?
He looks like he's got peanut butter stuck to his mouth. I don't know.
It's so bullshit. Santa's at NXT in a tracksuit. There you go.
I'm dying.
Thanks, Craig.
A fucking horse.
Man. Fuck.
Sorry. I see what a hurricane run on to Cedric. Small package. Dos, amigos. Dos.
I would have had to run through the horse to get a like. I would have had to like. I'm not fucking straight them. I wasn't throwing it in reverse.
Yeah, but no, the fact that you even let the horse catch up to you, my guy, is the thing that baffles.
It wasn't like he galloped down behind me.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a high-speed chase on the highway. Front.
I think like for you guys, it'd be like 35 miles per hour. Like I was in a slow zone, like a 50 zone for us, and I was driving through. The horse was in front of me with the dude on it, and the dude on it flagged me down. He blocked my path.
Oh yeah, no, we would have had somebody that thought they were Jason Statham, and they would have backed that shit up and tried to hit a fucking whole move and everything like that. You know, out on their way out of there.
And trust me, what I was driving at the time didn't have a whole lot of horse to it.
I bet you, like I said, I bet you was more than 2. If it's at least 2, it's better than the 1.
Pop galloping beside me. Pull over.
That's literally what I got. Lasso.
Leave me
I'm not your
alone.
fucking side mirror, bitch.
You're not even a real cop. What do you mean?
That's the real Canadian Mountie.
Fuck.
All those mooses and those red outfits are all ceremonial. You got to watch out for the horses on the highway.
Fuck. You can't put a horse on the highway. Let's be real.
Eddie Thorpe wins.
No way. Eddie Thorpe with the W.
Thorpe?
Yeah, well, they kind of set that up
Horse?
already. Even though we didn't talk nothing about it. Still 15 minutes left on the clock. 14. Ethan impressed. Looking dapper. Yo, Silver.
No way. You got pulled over by Woody and what was his name? Bullseye.
Bullseye.
You were Buzz Lightyear.
Fuck. Yeah, he didn't catch up to me. He blocked me.
But again, in my mind's eye, that's what I pictured. Like I said, front. Fucking outlaw. Were you Tonto?
Right.
Where was Tonto?
They had a fucking speed trap, and when they were digging people, the horse and dude just dropped out in front of you and pulled you in.
You can't say a speed trap with a horse unless this is a Kentucky Derby. It ain't no speed trap. That's just a trap. That's just a blockade.
Do you know how fast you were going? I don't know. Ask the horse.
I don't know.
So Axiom and Frazier are ringside right now. Oh, they got company.
Well, see, you've got Frazier already talking to everybody in the ring for the Wild West. Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, you don't want none of this.
Okay. Wait, did Ava leave? Steve Turner, Robert Stone, and Ava's on a like, did she leave? She was there, right?
Yeah. What are you on assignment in the parking lot?
Speaking of horses, nay.
I say nay. Yeah, that was perfect though. If you had Nathan Frazier talking to everyone that's going to be in the deadline match, the Iron Survivor match, and then you had Axiom who's paying attention to the tag team behind them that's doing the whole TikTok, because right. Nathan Frazier is going to have to do double duty Axiom on up.
So Roxanne Perez coming out to the ring up next.
Interessante.
But I will remind everybody we are back tomorrow for Dynamite unless I have any more horse issues. But we will have the Diamond Ring Battle Royal, which again is complicated and a little convoluted at this point. Plus, we got Swerve taking on Caster. That seems to be his new issue. And Jay White taking on Pac and a bunch more.
Okay, I asked this while you were on your pause and everything like that, and you are here every Wednesday. I am not. Am I alone in not remembering what the Diamond Mine, outside of it's just a nice little prop for MJF to win matches and everything, actually means, actually entails? Like, wasn't it supposed to be like a contenders thing, much like what Christian has or what have you?
If they make this a fucking contenders thing, we got a fucking problem because, like you said,
no, I'm what was it before? I don't know.
No, nothing's very clearly stated. Again, the 1 year MJF won it, it led to a title shot, I do believe. The following year, who won it? And somebody in the chat might remind me. But then they had to fight MJF.
There's literally a whole graphic of no one else has won it but this man. There's rafters beneath
the Battle Royal, but they had to fight MJF after the Battle Royal.
Okay.
So technically, MJF still won it, though he wasn't even in the Battle fucking Royal. So there's these weird little moments with this ring. Some years it means something, some years it doesn't. Like, will the winner, like, that's why I said, does Adam Cole show up in the Battle Royal, win it, and then have to fight MJF for the ring? Will Adam Cole be the first banner that goes up that doesn't say MJF? But we don't even know if Adam Cole can wrestle.
Well, and we don't even know if MJF's in the match. Of this could be, this is the Continental Classic of jewelry. We don't know whether the person that has it is actually the champion or not, whether they're reigning or defending.
Yeah. Stream of the year. No, we don't know. I mean, again, it's a lack of clarity. And again, it wasn't like something they had been talking about a lot. All of a sudden, like, dude, as it like me and you watch all these fucking shows, and like we keep up on all the wrestling, and next thing I like Google Dynamite, and then the fucking graphic pops up, and I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing this week. Next week,
when was this announced?
Yeah, like next week is Winter is Coming. Like it's just shit just shows up.
Did you say Wilbur is coming, or did you say Winter is coming? What?
Sorry, comment of the night.
Just like
Wednesday.
But I need this whole horse story to be a video on the channel.
Maybe.
No, maybe. My guy, like this has turned the whole conversation tonight. This has become fuck NXT at this point. I want to know about the horse. Was he a Clydesdale? Was he pulling an Anheuser-Busch truck behind him, or was it Labatt?
He was a big fucker. That's all I know. And
it wasn't Don Quixote out there with
a fucking hell. The champ is here. Emo. Welcome.
Exactly. KJ randomly telling us that he got pulled over by a horse is the crazy left turn to a conversation I've heard. I'm crying right now.
I don't even know how we got here, but I didn't even think it was.
I don't know, but I love it.
One time I got pulled over by a horse. Like, wait, what?
Because who the fuck else can say that? I mean, honestly, there's 84 people. Show of hands right now. Who else has been pulled over by a horse?
I'm sure at least one other person going down that road that day has that story.
Did you go down it twice? I think that's the only case.
Holy shit. It was so funny, too. It was just like, oh, yeah. Well, what can I say? Just funny shit. Well,
Eddie Thorpe hashing out, I guess, with Stevie Turner and Robert Stone. Oh,
what the fuck?
Everybody get your shit together. No more talking about horses. No one's saying Ava looks like a horse with getting buck teeth or anything like that. No. Right. You watch is going to be Eric. So they did at deadline NXT Underground Lola Vice versus Jada Parker.
There you go. So that's what Jada was making the ref do tonight with the brick, was take down the ropes. We're going to do this.
Who was more menacing tonight, or more menacing that we've brought up tonight? Jada with a brick, or the horse that pulled over KJ? Just instantly made them whole. Like, even though she's just a wrestler, she's just a performer. Everybody, we're just taking down the fucking ropes now. We're just setting it up right now. She's going to hit us with a brick if we don't.
Right. No, listen, man. You don't fumble for your fucking license and registration any quicker than when a horse is fucking drooling in your window.
I would have. That's not even a thing I would have ever thought until tonight.
Dude, my life's a trip.
No shit.
Roxanne Perez. I didn't mean to, but yeah, it was legit. I wish I could have taken pictures, but honestly, I think I would have got arrested.
You're out there saying you were fumbling with your wallet with fucking Hi-Ho Silver standing in the fucking face, and you're like, let me get a selfie now.
It just quickly, like, take a pic.
in the camera.
Oh, fucking hell. So Roxanne Perez coming out. I did not expect this to end the show tonight with 5 minutes left on the clock. So 5 matches for tonight.
I feel, and I like Roxanne, but I feel like this comes across a little bit like, oh shit, we ran short. Go out there, go do some shit, go talk.
Right.
I didn't mean to say we ran short with Roxanne of small stature.
I like to run short.
Yeah.
All right.
They're all just fighting to be second place to me. Like I said, of literally the crowd's mute. We're mute now. This just feels like, all right,
Back to the
Well,
horse.
I get to the post-credit scene now at this point. Like, this feels a little bit like, what are you doing? This is, that Ferris Bueller scene of, what are you doing? It's over. Go home.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, again, when you get pulled over, you just wanted to get your paperwork out and get out of there. Yeah, right.
Like, no one's ever gonna believe you.
Oh, good time. What did Trek say?
This is the best sidebar ever.
I didn't think this story had this much legs, to be honest.
This is I am the machine.
Right. My late brother and best friend punched a horse in Red Dead Redemption.
Okay.
I definitely was not going to punch the horse. I wanted to go home. I wanted to go where I was going.
This is not the car you are looking for.
All right.
Trying to punch a horse to knock it out to get out of a ticket is the most Florida fucking man story I think I could ever imagine.
No, I'm Canadian. All I said was sorry a million times. Took my ticket.
Yeah, well, is there So Ruka's coming out, but obviously the US has Florida man stories. I assume hopefully it's not Toronto man stories unless this is one. But yeah, does Canada have like a Florida?
Does Canada have a Florida? It depends who you ask. I feel like Winnipeg is kind of like Florida, where it's just the craziest shit happens. Like all of a sudden a story comes out of like a guy was on a bus chopping heads off. You're like, what?
So you don't have a Azaria.
Looking like purple Jordan Grace or pink Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
I want to see her versus Jordan Grace. I think a lot of us do.
Oh, I think that's going to happen. I think that's very much going to happen. Is Stephanie Vacour coming out?
Stephanie Vacour is gaining fanfare huge. Like a lot of people debating, like Julia came in as the big star then, but it feels like Vacour has almost bypassed her to an extent. It's neck and neck. I mean, it's Coke and Pepsi.
Well, and Stephanie's wrestled more than Julia has. I will say that. But speak of the devil, and they shall appear. But I think this is, hey, Roxanne, you're now in the Shark Tank. You've now gone from the big fish in a small pond a bit to you're just an average sized fish in a big pond.
All right.
Oh, as Roxanne just instantly pivots, this is exactly what it's all about. Lady B, I was pulled over by a horse. Cry me a river. As all four women throwing hands, but Ren takes out Roxanne. Ren's got her eye on the prize. All these other women are going to go at each other. Ren's got her sight set in.
Ren of all people, too.
Yeah, again, this has been such a what the fuck night. Ren backslides into the biggest victory of her NXT career. No Quarter Catch Crew are the number one contenders for the tag titles. What are we cutting back to backstage now? Go. Who got jumped? Who did the
they
thing?
just made a face. Like,
so you saw.
Where are we going?
We're leaving this as Eddie Thorpe's been attacked after everyone's been looking at him as then because remember we cut to Stevie Turner X-Pac
did it
because I was gonna say you had Stevie Turner and you had Roderick Strong and everything like that. I don't even think that's his name. To where they were all hi right after Eddie Thorpe's talking to them of like you attacked the GM, you assaulted her and everything, and then so we end NXT tonight with Eddie Thorpe taken out in the locker room, the showers, as everybody that just faced him comes to his aid.
Right? I feel like Kyle made that was pun intended on this one. Sol Ruka might be the dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Justin look like Fidel? Until the blood tests come back, we can only guess. 7 out of 10. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a rating out of 10. Yeah, it goes off the air. All the women are fighting. Eddie Thorpe's been taken out. Everyone's gathered around him to make sure he's okay. Shit's just happening everywhere. It was a bit of a flat ending with a spike, kind of like last second. Holy shit! Goodbye. See you Saturday. Not a bad show.
Yeah, well, and absolutely. Well, I see some people, Lady B, even saying Ava sent the goons because remember she was just all of a sudden off site and everything. And I think Misfit saying it was Oba. That actually wouldn't be a bad show. That's a way allow me to reintroduce myself.
So, like Ava got Oba to beat up Eddie?
Maybe, or just he's like, fuck you.
Yeah, maybe.
Think about it. If Oba and Femi walked into this room right now, and I'm a big grown man and everything like that, I would still, oh, hi, sir. Yes, sir. You instantly become a beta as much as you want to try and be that alpha bullshit. If Oba walks in.
Yep. 10 out of 10. Strictly from the I got pulled over by a horse story. I had no idea.
Stream of the year right now. Mark it. December 3rd. Absolutely. Put it in your calendars, folks.
8 out of 10. Ava sent the goons. Eddie got taken out. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 knee pads. Eddie got taken out. Yes, he did. KJ getting pulled over was definitely the storyline of the night. 7 out of 10. Loads of women. 7.5. 0 to 10. No Trish. See, Money, I think you got to revamp that rating on Tuesdays because we share our love for Trish, but my God, it's a buffet on Tuesdays.
Yeah, but you brought up Canada and you made him fake a Trish and everything, and I got to agree with Trek of timestamp for the story, please. Okay. 100%. There needs to be a video now on the channel.
Right. Son of a bitch.
Welcome to the jungle. You're going to die.
Right? Giddy up. 10 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Solid show. I'm right there, Nick. I don't know how you feel. I feel like 7, 7.5. There was some good stuff, some surprises, a couple flat spots. I'm good with a 7. We'll see. I mean, a pretty good go-home show.
I'll split the difference of a lot of people saying 8 and including the horse story. I'll split the difference of 7.5 with the horse story. And overall, it still was a really solid show and everything.
Yeah.
It was like from jump to we're getting X-Pac involved. We got Bischoff involved in everything. And I do think you said this while I was on a pause, and I did want to say this at the time, and I'll come back to it to where I think Ridge wins at Deadline. And this is where you bring in Josh Alexander. And I know the New Day or the new Day very much brought up broken necks and everything, but a guy who survived a broken neck for a guy who breaks necks might be a perfect counterpart. And maybe you make Josh a babyface coming into NXT. But yeah, I think overall, I think tonight was a really solid show. It wasn't perfect beyond means of.
No,
there was still some of the stuff I like the whole Jada segment. You're just like, why are they taking the ropes down? Why are they taking the ropes down? Right. So I'll say 7.5 for me.
Fair enough. 8 out of 10, 7.5. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm in that neighborhood for sure. 10 horses, 7 out of 10 from Anthony, 7.5 My Little Ponies. Good one. 18 wheels and a dozen horses. Save a horse, ride a cowboy. Oh, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride. Yeah, no more. 7 out of 10. There you go. 8 out of 10. 6.5. Horses on the highway with KJ. Just be clear, it was not a highway, but yes, I do like that title, MDB. I did not think this would stick this hard.
Hey, welcome to the jungle, motherfucker. You got Anthony with Sweet Tony Rings. You're going to be the guy that got pulled over by a horse now.
Quit horsing around, says Dory. Right. Adam Page wants to know where you got pulled over. It might have actually been Adam Page.
Was it Adam Page that pulled you over?
Right? I'll show you, Hangman. Oba taking Eddie's place would be great. That would be insane, and I'm totally for it.
I'm sorry. All I can think of right now in my head was, we'll raise up our glasses against evil forces, singing whiskey for my man before my horses.
Oh my God, we're never getting off this one. Rock and some goons beat up Eddie 7.5. Some say Penta. They would introduce Penta like that.
It'd be interessante. I said this at the beginning of the stream and everything.
Possibilities, for sure.
I hadn't seen anybody talk about it, throw it out there, at least publicly and everything, of he recently and was official like a referee whistle free agent of can't say it about his brother. Do they wait to pull the trigger on anything with bringing him in, or do you just, he's already established he can be a singles guy, he can be a top singles guy, so you bring him in? I could see him, he jumps towards the NXT title match and everything.
Got a mercenary.
Yeah,
could work.
All right.
Spasm not clicking on yours. I got no love for them. KJ, how you feel about Penn on Rampage this Friday? Is he on Rampage this Friday? Wait, what?
I don't think so.
When do Finn and Priest have their final match? I don't know, because now Finn's pissed off Gunther. So I think Finn's going to get a match with Gunther at Saturday Night Main Event, which we saw. Damien's going to fuck Finn out of that championship. And now Finn and Damien have to figure it out sometime.
Right. I love this from Corey. KJ, a horse and Dudley Do Right walk into a bar. Never mind.
Nah, we got to go. I can't keep this going.
I mean, come on, let's keep going. What other animals have you been pulled over by?
That's the only one that I can remember. 7 out of 10. Sup? Well, we're heading out. That's so it's sup. Are you not entertained? The chat is just clicking. Yes, Tony announcement Okada on Rampage. Yes, Tony announcement. I don't know what that save a horse ride in Aubrey. Oh, KJ, do you think we will be a debut on the way bought in Ethan Page? Not sure. Could Page bring in like a Alexander? Not yet.
Well, is it that, or is it the way that they brought in Ethan Page and everything? I believe it was the stereotypical at the end of a pay-per-view and everything, the last minute final cut through as somebody comes in, or did he show up in an attack backstage and that's how they introduced him? I can't remember.
Right. Well, I don't know. Actually, good question. But like Terry Funk once said, I'm going home to deal with my horses. So that is where we're going to end this one here tonight.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Which was legit a reason for him to up and leave one time. Was just, I got to go deal with my horses. Goodbye. But ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for being a part of the shows. We are back tomorrow for Dynamite. It's going to be a crazy show. Battle Royals and so much more. Tournaments and Royals, oh my. But we got a busy week ahead. Plus, we got so much more coming your way. Follow all our social medias. They're all listed below and a bunch of others that might not be. But, yes, I know. Fuck the horse police.
Coming straight from the... God damn it.
But with all that being said, folks, I appreciate you. I appreciate you enjoying the stories and the wrestling, too. But that's all I got, Nick. I'm out. I
won't beat a dead horse anymore, but our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you better put that for life with it.
Giddy up. We'll see you on the We'll see you on the flip side. This is ridiculous at this point. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip side. Goodbye.